We back in the studio. Morning Hustle vibes, man. This dude got big energies and a project out right now called QueMix 4. QueMix 4 if you nasty. Jacquees is literally in the building.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Glad to be here, man.
Yo, you're the first artist that, like passed all the safety protocols to even come inside. Like everybody else, like some people tested positive for COVID, they couldn't come in, but you did it.
God bless them. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So let's talk about the last year as it was for you, man. Like, you still kept busy on the internet, doing these QueMixes. And you gave us a whole mixtape with DJ Drama, on the Help Out.
I mean, man, the last year, man, it's been, well, I can't even say the last year. It's been the last year and a half, right? It's been time, right?
Yeah.
We got on we got on this stuff in March 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
that's why we shut down.
I mean, it's been crazy. I remember I was on the King of R&B tour. I got to finish my tour, so I was thankful for that. Only city I didn't get to do was Atlanta. I remember we were supposed to do Atlanta like March 4th, and then we moved it back to like March 20th. So after that, the pandemic started. So, during the whole pandemic, I just been trying to keep myself busy. I've been doing a lot of recording. I've been trying to like not even just do music too. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to put myself in other business aspects, you know what I'm saying? Like do different things because, once the pandemic hit, a lot of us artists, we make our money from shows. Of course you get money from different things, but you have some artists that run it up on the road like me. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to figure out other ways to go make a bag, you know what I'm saying? Because like now, it's starting to heat back up, but during the time, like I say, I was just coming up with different things to make money during the pandemic, and it worked. Still staying creative. Everything is dealing with a creative, you know what I'm saying? But just not music, but it all ties into music. You feel me?
What was some of the business stuff that you did learn, just learning new things? Because that's what I felt
learned
like
a lot.
I did too.
I learned a lot of, I learned more about budgeting, you feel me? Because I never really had myself on a budget, you feel me? So I learned more about the expenses. I learned more about the value of money, you know what I'm saying? I learned more about the value of money. I learned more about like how to spend money, you feel me? Like how not to just splurge, you feel me? How to like make sure you gonna have the money when you're 90 years old, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of that.
Now you talk about money, you signed to Cash Money.
Yeah.
How does it, what is the transition like going from being in a position where like, you was younger, you was doing these shows and, working your way through the business before, you get the big paycheck yourself, right? To now you're surrounded by like people who are known for spending money everywhere they go.
Yeah.
How was that transition for you getting into that position to where like now you could spend like the big boys?
I think just hard work. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? You have some artists that come in the game, get the check, go crazy, splurge. You have some artists come in the game, get the check, figure out how they gonna make their money. Because when you get a check as an artist, you still gotta figure out how you gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just get that check and just think like, oh, I'm rich, and then go splurge. You still gotta figure out how to make your money. So what I did was when I got my check, I figured out like, okay, let me put out these mixtapes, these projects, and then let me get on this road. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just get the check and then go to the mall. I got the check, waited, you feel me, till I figured out what I'm gonna do with my scheme. Then when I start making money, that's when I started balling. You feel me? I have to get some money to ball. I can't ball with just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when
it's just
did
a
you know
process.
it was time to ball?
You know when it's time to ball. You know what I'm saying?
So what
like,
did you get?
Like your birthday, because
you
you just had a birthday.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, sometimes you got to splurge on yourself
you know
for
when
your
you
birthday.
ball. You know when it's time to ball. You feel me? Like, you just know, like, man, let me ball. I'm finna ball today. Like, you know, because I barely check my accounts, too. You feel me? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You might look in there like, man, I'm finna ball today. You feel me? Like, damn, I ain't looked in here in a long time. Let me ball. You feel me? That's kind of like
it's
how
a
I do it.
beautiful place to get to, because like everybody been through that moment in life where like you like eating off the value menu.
Right.
And then you get to the point where like you don't even go to places anymore to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the
Like
value
I remember,
menu.
man, when I was fighting for my dreams, like I remember I did like a lot of people don't know, like when I was coming up, I used to do theater. So I did a play called The Wiz with Kenny Leon and it was down here in Atlanta at the Rialto, and Chloe Bailey, she was Dorothy.
Word.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I remember going to rehearsals. I remember sometimes, bro, like me and my mama, like my mama make sure I ate, you know what I'm saying? But she'll eat like what I had left. You dig what I'm saying? Like, cause it wasn't enough money to get 2 meals. You feel me? So my mama make sure I ate, and then I'm telling you, bro, like she'll eat what's at the bottom of the bag. That's why I'm so thankful for the position that God put me in, because I know what it feel like to have nothing. You feel me? I know what it feel like to have nothing, and I know what it feel like to have a lot. You feel me? So I could never be, you know what I'm saying?
just seeing all these artists like who have passed away, and a lot of them, you know, didn't really have much, and at one point they were super hot. What are your thoughts on how the industry teaches or prepares artists, or is it more like something that the artist has to figure out? Do you think the industry
I don't think
can
the
help out a
industry
little bit
teach
more?
you. The industry don't teach you nothing. You have to learn when you in it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they give you a book and be like, learn. You have to get in it and learn for yourself. You know, because they tell you what they want you to know. You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out everything else on your own. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like, you know, by the passings of, like, a lot of these artists, it's like I just heard Swiss say something like, man, I wish, like, everybody was here for bro when he was alive versus being here with him when he gone.
Yeah.
You know, because artists go through a lot of stuff, and sometimes people don't understand that. Like, I seen some the other day, it was like, hey, check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you always think your strong friend good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to check on your strong friends because you never know what they're going through. So, like, I just say all that to say, like, you have to learn for yourself. You have to have good people with you, though, that's going to take care of you when you down. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
Word. Now, for those who tapping in with us, man, we hanging out with Jacquees right now. Now, talking about, like, you know, even, you know, what he was speaking on about wills and just having your business affairs in order. People don't understand, like, how in the music industry, there ain't, like, no health and dental. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say, Jacquees, you get sick.
Yeah.
You having to pay everything all out front. Or is there a weird cash money health plan or something that, you know, that
I
they
never
got the artists
depend. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Well, thank God, I rarely be sick. You know what I'm saying? So, but even if I was to get sick, and I won't depend on the label. I depend on my family. You know, I'll depend on my mother. Like, I wouldn't depend on a record label. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, you talk about you work for a place, right?
Yeah, but
we work at the radio station,
but
so we get insurance.
like,
through
even
the
if I work for the grocery store,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? If I got sick, I wouldn't depend on my boss to take care of me. I'd be calling my mama or my sisters or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't call my boss like, hey, boss, I'm sick. I'd tell him, like, hey, I'm sick, I'm calling out. But I wouldn't be like, bring me some medicine. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hang out with him and call my sister and I'm like, hey, right, remember, what, mama, you know what I'm saying? That's just me.
No, I get that. Not saying that you expect them to come make it, you know, kiss it better, but, you know, I feel like in the music industry, there should be things offered to artists, kind of like
Oh, you saying like,
union.
right. I feel that.
Like, you know, offering like health care for the artists.
It
You know
makes
what I
sense. Yeah. I mean, because you do so much for them, you know, they should, I mean, I feel that. It ain't never wrong with add some extra. But like I say, my mind, I just don't think like that. But that is something that could be powerful. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't have a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't have people they can call. You know, sometimes that is all they got is the label. So I think that would be dope.
I want to switch gears a little bit to QueMix 4 because you dropped it on your birthday. That was like your gift to the people.
Yeah, it was.
And per usual, you delivered, and you took me back to my like coming of age days. The Donnell Jones, John B, Jaheim, Brandy, Puff Daddy. You know, you did it again. Is there like a QueMix you have yet to do that you're like, I need to do, like, that's coming up for QueMix 5?
Man, you know, I was just on the road thinking, like, I don't know if I'm going to drop another QueMix mixtape.
Really?
Like,
you know
ever?
Yeah, like, ever. I don't know. Like,
You think you've done them all? Because, I mean, you've done a lot of them.
I think, like I was talking to London the other day in the studio. He was telling me, like, every 10 years you got to switch it up. You feel me? He was like, every 10 years they say you got to get a new job or something like that. Every 10 years you're supposed to switch up something.
Yeah.
So that had just been sticking with me. You feel me? So I just been thinking, like, all right. You feel me? You always have to reinvent yourself in this industry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been doing a good job of, you know, doing my thing in the game. But like I say, I don't know if I'm going to do another QueMix mixtape. You know? QueMix 4, that's why I put drum on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I never had a DJ on QueMix. So I put drum on it because I'm like, I want to make this one like, of course, all them big, but I want to make a stamp with this one, like make it a gangster grill, like, you know what I'm saying?
He said you can't do another one and not have me on
you know
here.
what I'm saying?
Like, he made that very clear. Like,
so
I should have been here.
Right. So it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it's my last one, but how I feel right now, you know, my focus not on QueMix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just did that for the people, you know, for myself to have a little fun. You know, we all been locked down, so I wanted to feel that feeling, you know, with the mixtapes and all that. You feel me? So that's why I did it. But
I especially liked a couple songs I really like. Of course, the one with Big Lotto is out of here.
Oh yeah. Freak is me. Shout out to Lotto. Yeah,
that was automatic. But you took one of my homegirls, Ari Lennox, Jasmine Sullivan, on it, and you kind of you flipped it. You flipped it around. When you first heard this song, I know when I first heard this song, I was like, oh, okay, that's what we doing.
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, I'm like, oh, Ari and Jasmine, this what y'all doing?
Yeah.
But it was dope though because you rarely hear them. Like, of course you hear Ari. You know, she always speak like, you know, she always talking crazy on the record. But you rarely hear Jasmine get in her bag like that. So it's like, oh, Jasmine finally, this is what we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope. I had to do that record. Big shout out to both of them because I rock with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was a nice vibe, and then my apology I thought was really dope.
Thank you.
It was so short that I wanted some more of my apology.
That's why I
'cause
made it. It was supposed to be
sweet.
like an interlude.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah.
very sweet, and a part of it you talk about like kind of having your love tattooed on your body. I
Yeah.
know you got a lot of tats. Is there any love, on your body that's tatted?
I mean, I'm from the A. You know, I done had hella tattoos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I
Who's on there?
I done
Whose
covered
name?
them. You know what I'm saying? I done
Okay,
went
you
through
just
much.
covered 'em.
You know, I went through a lot.
What hurts more, getting them or getting them covered?
I mean, honestly, I'm the type where, I mean, it's complicated, because I feel like, when you get stuff, I'm just speaking on the real. When you get stuff, you don't expect to, like, I don't think no one goes into something thinking negative.
Right.
You go into something positive. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good feeling. But of course, when it goes bad, that's a bad feeling. But you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So,
And that's a hell of a commitment. So the fact that you even would do that means you believed
exactly.
in the relationship.
Bro said you believe.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
it's
for
one
real.
thing to, like,
Kinda
make a
permanent.
video that they may put out, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but when you put it on your body, that means, like,
'cause
without a doubt.
And then that's what I'm saying. See, I always want to be a lover. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, I always want to be a lover. Like, I don't never want to let the industry make me not a lover because I know my heart. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff could change you. You feel me? Like, it could make you be like, I ain't a lover no more. You know what I'm saying? And I don't never want to get there. I always want to be a lover. Like, I want to give love. You know what I'm saying? Be genuine about it.
Do you feel like you make your best music when you're in a relationship or when you, like, kind of rebounding off a relationship and just trying to tap back into that mode?
It depends. Because, see, I got projects I listen to, and I'm like, damn, I remember where I was at when I did this. Like, I remember, like, what type of space I was in. Like, and I listen to certain records, like, I remember, like, you got to think, like, the King of R&B album, I was in a relationship. You feel me? 4275, I was like, off and on. You feel me? So, it's like, it just depends because your subject matter. When you're in a relationship, you're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? When you in the streets and you just moving around, you're going to talk about the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, it just depends on what type of, it just depends, It's complicated. But
Is there a
everything works
project
out.
that's hard for you to listen to, Jacquees, because of the relationship you was in at that time?
Well, what you mean? Like, well, I was never I mean, I got certain projects that I might skim through. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like, I don't really want to listen to that, or I can listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I ain't gonna say the name of projects, but I have a couple projects where I be like, oh man, that was hard, but I ain't finna listen to that. Like, let me go to the next one. Like, you feel me?
He be in it. This brother be in it, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though. Like, I mean, like, I feel like, most people, when they bleed their heart out in the studio into the records,
It works.
That's when you get
That's
the
when you get the
passion out
best
of it.
stuff. Yeah, when you be honest. Like, you get the best stuff. Even though it might make people feel some type of way or anything, like, it's gonna work out. You got to be honest in the booth. You got to speak. You got to tell the truth because you just telling a story. You just telling a story. You ain't dissing nobody. You ain't coming down on nobody. You just telling a story.
I feel like in the R&B world, people don't get as much credit as they should for their transparency. Because most of these songs, especially when they're written by the artists,
They be
doing it,
real.
They be coming from, like, a real, genuine place. They celebrated DMX, because, oh, you're so transparent in your whole life. But, like, that's kind of what R&B people do. Like, real R&B people, that's,
Yeah.
like, their whole career.
Yeah. I mean, and it plays back to the artist, too. When you talk about somebody like DMX, he's so passionate. He really gonna put his heart in it. Like, DMX used to get in front of the crowd and pray and cry. You know what I'm saying? For all the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never seen another artist that pray for the people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's deep. So you could relate to him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see somebody pray, if you're a prayer, it make you connect it instantly. You be like, oh man, I got it. Like, and it make the music hit different. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you know somebody, artist, it hit different too. Like, that's the thing about being an artist. It's not all about the music. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about the music and becoming somebody's favorite artist. They got to like you as a person, I believe.
Right.
Because if you meet somebody you like and they got a snobby attitude, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be a fan no more.
Yeah.
That's why I try to treat all my fans good. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I'm having a bad day. Because I understand, like, they admire me. They listen to my music. They one of the reasons I'm here. I can never be... Like, I try to take every picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, I try to take every picture.
It's not the easiest thing to do because
But
sometimes
I try
you just
to.
be in the mood.
I try to. And I'm always in a mood. Sometimes it's not the right situation.
Right.
It ain't the mood. Sometimes it's like, it's a safety hazard. Sometimes you got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because I done had situations where we stop for pictures, then we end up in fights. Then we end up, you know what I'm saying, almost putting our life on the line. You know what I'm saying? But we doing all this for the fans. You feel me? But
Speaking
like
of life on the line, I was looking at your Twitter. I saw you say like nobody's safe, and you put
Nobody's
nobody
safe.
cap in all caps, and then it was I'm taxing them. So can we talk a little bit? What is the Jacquees summer and the
Nobody's
next year
safe,
looking
man.
like? What's that all about?
Nobody's safe. What I mean by that is nobody's safe. Like, if you the homie, cool. If you ain't, and nobody's safe. You feel me?
Is that coming from a certain place, or
Yeah,
just
it's
like
coming from, like, it's time to just be real with everybody. You know what I'm saying? No more, we ain't playing the fake game no more. You know what I'm saying? We already made it. You know what I'm saying? Now we just maintain it. You feel me? Ain't nobody safe. Like, if you not the homie, you not safe. I'm telling you,
like, does that
nobody's
mean like
safe.
don't be walking up on you any kind of way?
Man,
or
nobody's
just-
safe. Like, it's just like that's not like walking up in a minute. It's just like it's that's a mood. Like, nobody's safe. Like, you
Like,
know,
I'm
that's the
coming for
vibe. Like, it's
everything.
like, yeah, ain't nobody safe like with nothing. Like,
Okay.
watch everything around you. You dig? Like,
Yeah.
he ain't safe with nothing. Like, ain't no more of that fake kicking it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody safe. Your girl ain't safe, nothing.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
People getting pregnant out here? What's
we out
happening?
we
Nah.
outside.
I said people getting pregnant out here?
I don't know. But ain't nobody safe, though.
What would you feel like your biggest moment so far has been? You know what I mean? Like, you know,
My
when
biggest moment?
Yeah, when you close your eyes and think about the moment with this music thing that you were the most happiest. Like, yo,
That's
this
real.
Is, you know what I'm saying? What has that moment been for you?
The beginning. You know what I'm saying? The beginning. The beginning always lit. Like, I always talk about the hustle when I see new artists. Like, I always be like, man, the beginning be lit. Cause it's new, everything fresh. Like, your first time in New York, like going to the press run. You know what I'm saying? Your first time in here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your first time in LA when you get to go to the dispensary or something. You know what I'm saying? Your first time in Arizona where it's hot, it's a food, it's dry. You know what I'm saying? Your first time overseas. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the vibe. But when I close my eyes, when I vision my career, like I could say I got two spots. Really three. Like, when I went on my first tour, the Mood Tour, that was one of the greatest moments. You know what I'm saying? When I went on tour for my album, of course, dropped the album and all that. When I went in Target, seen my CD, that was one of the biggest moments of my life. And when I said I was a king of R&B, I feel like that was a big moment in my career. Cause that took me places that I never thought I'd go. And Soul Train, my Soul Train performance. You know, that was one of my biggest moments. I remember being back there, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I just remember being back there, like, and I just remember thinking, like, damn, I'm about to go out here, like, it's for real. Like, you feel me? And they announced me on there, whatever. I always call her Gina, but that's Tashina.
Tashina Arnold, yeah.
Tashina Arnold, yeah, I always call her Gina. And Pam, you feel me? They was showing me big love. You know what I'm saying? And they announced me, and I came out there and killed it. And I just remember after I performed, I stood on stage, like, I just paused, like, and I just looked in the crowd, and I think I had my hand up or something like that. And it just felt crazy. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like, damn, like I was here, like I'm here. And that was one of the greatest moments of my career, you know what I'm saying? I'm still having a good time in the industry, but, you know, we kind of slowed up right now because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's like the type of stuff we used to doing is like, we at home. You feel me? It's like, man, I'm ready to get outside.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
did you feel when you kind of declared like king of R&B and you said with your chest, did you feel more like love versus hate, or do you still get any flack for
I
that?
definitely felt love and hate.
Yeah.
But I mean, I felt love and hate my whole life.
Right.
But more so at that time the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of people coming down on me. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I never could fall into that pool of hate. You know what I'm saying? I never jumped in them waters. You feel me? I was on the positive side of the road. You know what I'm saying? Even with my mental, like, I was always good at shutting people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be somewhere right now, like I was with Pat Man Jones the other night, and there was these people, they just kept asking for a picture, but it was in like a way that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? They just kept saying it. And then Pat was like, these people trying to take a picture with, how you? I just like, bro, I just act like I don't hear it. You just act like you don't hear it. He like, man, I never thought of that. He told his wife, he was like, you heard what Jacquees just said?
Just block it out. Just block it.
I was like, yeah, bro, you just act like you don't hear it. Because when you a star, you already up here. People gonna say anything to you. So that's how I look at it. It's like, you don't think Beyonce get hateful comments? You don't think they said crazy stuff to Michael Jackson? You don't think Wayne get crazy? Drake? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like people talk about you, but it's like you can't let that affect you. And I always been a confident person. Like, I got confident tatted on my neck when I was 17. You feel me? I remember my boy Fred was with me, RP Fred. You know what I'm saying? We just always been some confident niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, when I said I was a king of R&B, like, you gotta understand, they flew me to Turks and Caicos just off of that statement. Like, everybody over there, they was like, I want to meet the king. You feel me? They was like, I want to meet the king. Like, you feel me? It was like, I'm in Jamaica. They like, we want to see the king. Like, because they felt it. Like, they didn't feel me just saying, like, I'm the king of R&B.
Right.
Like, they felt it from my soul. Like, I was having people come up to me, talking to me about all type of stuff. Like, they like, people don't just say that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be cocky and arrogant or nothing, but it did something for my career. You know what I'm saying?
That's that manifestation, though. Like, when you really say it and mean it, and you're not saying it to troll, or you're not like
not saying it to troll, not saying it to belittle anyone. Just saying it off how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Confidence is key. Like, I don't know what happened to the world, but back in the day, you used to could be confident. Now it seems like everything that you say or do, it affects somebody, and you got to be sorry for it. And you got to do this. Like, you can't have a freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? You got to worry about somebody's feelings. You feel me? I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like everybody that's ever on the top of everything, they self-proclaimed it. Like Michael Jackson, he made that up.
That's just like Floyd,
and
bro.
ran with it.
Floyd, people told me, they said, they like, man, when we was little, when we used to sleep on Palace in the hood, bro, he like, Floyd used to tell us he gonna get $100 million in boxing. He like, we used to be like, bro, you don't want to just get $1 million? We used to look at him like he crazy. Like, nah, he used to be like, I'm gonna get $100 million out fighting. He like, look at him, bro. He got more than $100 million. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just speak this stuff into existence. You seen my boy Polo G. You see his affirmation list. You see he got all his affirmations. He wrote something down in there who like have a #1 song. You know what I'm saying? That hit me hard because I'm like, that's real, because I do stuff like that.
Have you ever read The Law of Attraction?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Which is kind of about manifestation.
I'm pretty sure, because I believe in power of the tongue. I spoke my whole life into existence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same
like,
thing.
Yeah, I used to tell people I would be with Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, I'd be like, man, if I sign to somebody, I sign with Cash Money. Like, I'm going to sign to them. Like, you feel me?
Has that ride been as crazy as it was?
It's been just as I imagined.
Really?
It's been crazy as I could imagine.
Like, what's the most ballerific thing as Jacquees you've ever did? I remember last time you came, you know, I was doing an old show, like you told me you got a Lamborghini, and one time you went grocery shopping and realized there's nowhere to put that stuff. Very ballerific.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
since then.
What you mean, lately, what I done did?
Like, what just throughout this whole, like, you know, ride that you've been on so far?
I just think the craziest thing I ever did was, like, I think when I bought all the jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Because now I be like, damn, I paid that much for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I went and bought all the jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying, for me.
Have you bought more since you bought?
Yeah, I got all my jewelry with me.
you
At all times?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
In case you got to switch it up.
In case I want to change or something. In case I want to go get it cleaned. In case I want to just, you know what I'm saying? Not at all times, sometimes. I don't like to carry everything, but I got a couple pieces with me.
Okay. Well, look, before we wrap up, man, you know, again, outside is looking like it's about to open up, Jacquees, and you were just saying, like, you already got stuff moving again after sitting out for the last year and kind of being more creative. So I noticed you said you down for wedding receptions. You just did a wedding reception, things like that. So can people, like, book you for that? Like,
yeah, I mean, you know, you could book me through my booking manager. You know what I'm saying? You could get whatever you want. Like, if the price right.
Yeah.
The number just got to be right.
Right. It got to
make sense. You know what I'm saying? If it add up with how we do our thing, then I'll be there.
Do they ask you to sing, like, specific songs?
Yeah.
Or,
they get a request. So, like, I just did a wedding. I did Let's Get Married. And then I did a reception. I did You and BED.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they requested. She wanted me to sing Music Soul Child, Love.
Nice.
But I didn't know the whole Love. I would have been up there QueMixing at her wedding. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't want to do that.
Love is definitely a great wedding song.
Yeah, I would have murdered it too. And you know, Music, my homie. Like, he was one of the first people to tell me that I got it. Like, when I was a young boy, like 16. Feel me? Music Soul
How
Child.
does it feel to hear that from somebody who, you know?
Oh, it was crazy. You gotta.
It.
Yeah, it was big back in the day. Like, Music wanted to sign me. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, you know, it was big because, you know, it was like, damn, right here in front of Music. You feel me? Like, this Music. You know, he ain't that tall either, so it made me feel like, oh, bet. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool, though, you know, just being a young boy and getting to see these stars. Because, you know, when you from where I'm from and you see these people, like, to be a star was bigger than life to us.
Yeah.
Like, it done came so front now because Instagram and everything. But you got to think, when I came up, it wasn't, Instagram was, like, new. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, I still came up from posters and, hey, I'm Jacquees, this is my CD. People don't even do that no more. Niggas just got their phone, like, go download my mixtape.
Yeah, they'll look at you like you crazy if you try to hand them like a physical CD or something like that.
I'm saying you can't even do that no more. Like, I remember when I'm passing out my CDs, bro, I remember people used to turn me down, like stars that I know today that I'm cool with. I remember them being like, I don't even, because I charge it to the game. You know what I'm saying? I remember chasing folks like, hey, I remember chasing folks' cars. Like, hey, sign me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I remember this stuff. Like, no cap. Like, seriously. Like, I remember coming up here trying to get Red Dread, then to play my stuff on Battlegrounds and all this stuff when I'm a young boy. You feel me? I remember this stuff. You feel me? But I charge it to the game. Exactly, bro. I got tough skin, and one thing about it, you got to know how to take constructive criticism. And you got to know how to, like, for somebody to tell you something, you go work on it and come back stronger. You feel me? I always been good at that because I came from sports. So I got a sports mentality.
What'd you play?
I play football.
Okay. You still throw?
Running back. I got a highlight on YouTube. Go look it up. Rodriguez Broadnex.
Were you going to go, was your plan to, like, ever go to college with it and all that?
Yeah, I wanted to be a football player.
Oh, yeah.
I know I would have made it. You know what I'm saying? You got to think it's players in the league my height.
Oh, yeah, for a running back.
Exactly. You got to think I was just with
speed.
I was just with Tariq Hill. Tariq Hill ain't that tall. From Kansas City. Bro ain't that tall. You know what I'm saying? Brett Duncan.
Was y'all playing around?
Nah, he was out there playing with Quavo at the basketball game. You know what I'm saying? I played with a couple of them NFL guys at Quavo Day a couple years ago.
Yeah,
you know
running back is like
football
short
like one of my
strong.
passions. You feel me? Yeah, like I wanted to play, but it was a thing where music got more serious than football.
I think you made a good choice. I think, you know, the CTE from music is way less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Less
love
taxing
music.
on
I love
the
what I do.
body.
I love what I do. You know, I got homies that's in the NFL now, so it's like I
You
still
live vicariously through them.
I'm still exactly.
No,
Yep.
yo.
Speaking
New
of
album
games,
is
though.
coming when?
PTOF should be here any day now.
Man, listen, y'all between like you and everything else that's going on in the R&B space, we're gonna raise the population once we back outside.
Oh, for
man.
sure. I'm ready for some kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have like a max or minimum number set up in your head? How many you want?
I just want all of them to be healthy, but I want like a couple of them. I want like 5, 6 kids.
Okay, that's 2 couples and an extra, but yeah, we'll take it. Like 5 is, you know what I'm saying?
That's a starting
said that's
five.
what?
That's a team.
He said a couple. I'm literally thinking, all right, 2 kids, a boy and a girl. That's dope. They say my man want 5.
Yeah, like 5 kids. I used to want a family like the Jacksons when I was growing up, but of course, you watching TV, you're like, man, I want like that.
Yo,
You grow up
TV
and
make it
start
look
seeing-
fun.
I mean,
Anything
5
more than
is
2,
cool.
man. Like
Yeah,
the
and then-
vacations get a little different.
Yeah,
You can't
see,
go
I don't
on
have
a
no
ride.
kids. See, I got homies with kids, and I see like, oh, this is a real responsibility, huh?
Mhm.
You feel me? But you know, I'm in a position where I feel like, you know, I'll be okay I know I'll be a great father. You feel me? Just because, you know what I'm saying?
This
You know what I'm
guy's a provider, man. Yo, we love to see it, man. Glad you back outside. Thank you for christening the new studio with your presence.
Yeah, I love it, man. I'm happy to be here.
Word up, man. And if people want to follow you online, where do they go, bro?
Follow me at Jacquees, JACQUEES. That's on all socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you at. Holla at me.
We are the Morning Hustle.